You're listening to the Drummer Daily Podcast, the only daily podcast dedicated just to drummers. Go to my website at danielhadaway.com. Hey there again. Welcome back. I'm a little amused with myself right now. I just tried to plug in. I have the iPhone 7 Plus, the new one, without a headphone jack. And I have already I think I've had it for a week now. I've probably 10 times tried to plug in headphones or something else into the bottom of the phone and been like, man, I'm missing where that jack is. I'm not quite hitting it. And I realized, oh yeah, it doesn't have one. So kind of amused by that. But I have a little adapter that came with it. And that's how I'll record the podcast. I record it with a little microphone that plugs into my iPhone. I like it. I like using this app. It's a little quicker than using Logic or Pro Tools or anything else. But today I wanted to talk to you about this last week. I played at church, and I do for everything I do gig-wise, whether it's church or a real gig or a professional gig or whatever it is. Before I do the gig, I always listen through the songs, and I create click tracks with the app that I use for click tracks, and get them all put together in a playlist, get them all ready to go so that I can show up for the gig or show up for Sunday morning, ready to go, ready to play. And like always, on Saturday I did that for Sunday morning. But when I got to church on Sunday, we were testing out doing another service in a theater in downtown near the city where I live. And this was like the first kind of pilot service, just kind of seeing how it goes. And what I didn't know beforehand was that they actually don't have a way to use in-ear monitors. They just have floor wedges. So it kind of freaked me out a little bit, only because you get ready and you kind of rely on the click tracks to help remind you what the tempo of the song is and stuff. And there was a bunch of new songs that I didn't know, and so I was kind of freaked out by it. But you kind of have to go with the flow. But what was interesting was that after I kind of got into it, I realized that it was actually really enjoyable. And it was nice to hear my drums kind of out in the room, getting played out into a room. Especially this theater was designed, with acoustics in mind. So it was designed to be a really nice sounding room. And so it was really cool to hear my drums kind of in the room and hear everything in the room, and not kind of feel isolated like you can with in-ear monitors sometimes. But I will say that the blessing in disguise of this whole situation was that I have been on tour recently quite a bit, been playing a lot of shows, and that means a lot of playing with a click track every day. And what I discovered, and it's fun because honestly, I don't play without a click track hardly ever. This might have been the first time in at least a year I was playing without a click. I'm trying to think the last time. I used to go and play for our church's youth group every once in a while, and they would have a similar situation without in-ears. And so I would play without a click then. But it's been a while. So anyway, but thankfully I discovered that if you play with a click and you're kind of up on it and doing good with it, it's really fun, at least for me it is, and really easy to play without a click and hold the tempo. I remember when I first kind of got used to playing with a click but wasn't playing with it a lot, I felt great playing with a click, and I actually kind of used it like a crutch to not really think about tempo. I just knew if I stuck with a click I'd be fine. And then I'd play something without a click, and it would be like a mental exercise to focus so hard on playing on tempo without speeding up or slowing down. It actually probably made it worse by thinking about it. But this time, this Sunday, since I've been playing so much, I felt like kind of my internal metronome was doing pretty well, and I was able to play without the click track and really enjoy it and not really think about the tempo too much. It also helped that the worship leader, who also played acoustic guitar, he was really solid with his tempo. Even if he started maybe too slow or too fast or whatever, if he thought that, he never let on, he never sped up or slowed down. He stuck with whatever he started with, and so it made it really easy to play and think about other things. And like I said, it was really cool to hear my drums out in the room. So that's it for today. Just wanted to kind of point out a little not so obvious benefit of playing with a click track a lot is that you actually get a lot better at playing without a click track and get a lot I get a lot more enjoyment out of playing without a click track when the time comes up. But like I said, certainly don't want to fall into the habit like I have before, where I just use the click track like a crutch. I'd rather be all in and great with the click track and up to speed so that I can play without it and be great, or maybe not play with the click track at all and completely rely on my own inner feel to keep things right. But when you're kind of floating there in the middle, it's really tough, especially mentally, to kind of stay on track. And it can be exhausting, especially if you play longer sets of songs. Thankfully, that wasn't the case this week. So hope you're doing well. And I'll try to get another podcast episode up and live to you tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you again.